Welcome to all dear students. In this period, we shall discuss about the number system, how the number system develops. Our number starts from natural numbers. Natural numbers. Natural numbers, our counting. If there is no things to count, then counting never starts. If any number of things are there, then we can start the counting. So therefore start counting starting from 1. So therefore this set of natural numbers is also called counting numbers. Counting numbers is nothing but natural numbers. So therefore this number set is represented by n equal to flower bracket 1 2 3 and so on. This is infinite set. So natural number sets start from 1. So 1 2 3 so on. This is also called positive integers. These are all also called positive integers. Now 3 plus 4, you know that 3 plus 4, 3 and 4 are natural numbers. 7, if you add 7, belongs to n. So that's also in n. Similarly, 15 plus 32, you will get 47. 47 is also belongs to n. Also belongs to n. So therefore, if you consider any two natural number, then their sum is also a natural number. So therefore, our addition operation is satisfied under this set of natural numbers. So therefore, in mathematically, we say that sum of two natural number is also a natural number. In mathematically, for all AB belongs to n, A plus B belongs to n. So now come to the multiplication. Consider any two number. 3 into 2, 12. 12 is also belongs to n. 15 into 3, 45 is belongs to n. So there if you consider any two number in this set, infinite set, so then if you multiply, then that product is also belongs to n. So therefore we can generalize sum of any two natural product of any two natural number is also a natural number. Generally we say that for all AB belongs to n, A into B belongs to n. Okay, so therefore natural number set in addition and multiplication, we call this as closure property. Closure property is holds good. But what about the subtraction and division? Okay, so now consider 5 minus 5. 5 minus 5, you know that 0. But 0 is not in n. 0 is not in n. So therefore, similarly, if you consider division, for example, 2 divided by 4. 2 divided by 4, half is not belongs to n. Half is not there in n. So therefore, we can't generalize. We can't generalize in these two operations, that is the subtraction and division. Difference of two natural numbers is not always a natural. And similarly, the quotient of two natural is not always natural. But sum and product of any two natural number is always a natural number. Let us move on to the next. So here we can represent this on a number line. You can see how we can represent this on number line. So this is a number line which shows the natural number set. This starts from 1, it goes infinitely. You know that ray indicates goes infinitely. It can be extended infinitely. So it starts from 1, but there is no end. So therefore this is number line, natural number line. Okay. Now next set of number, whole numbers. You know that 5 minus 5 is 0. So 0 is not there. So therefore for natural number set we include 0. If we include 0, then n becomes whole number set. Whole number set W is nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Only, or in another way we can say that whole number is union of positive integers and 0. Union of positive integer and 0, or it includes positive integers and 0. Okay. So similarly here also only we are adding 0. Therefore sum of two whole number is also a whole number. For all a, b belongs to w, a plus b belongs to w. Similarly the product of two whole number is also a whole number. For all a, b belongs to w, a plus b belongs to w. I have given example in the last natural number set. Same type of example we can give, only we are adding 0, isn't it? Okay. So now, but in the similar way, difference of two whole number is not a whole number always, and quotient of two whole number is not always quotient. Okay. So now number line only 0 includes. Only 0 includes. This represent the whole number line. Here we can show that this is natural number set. This is whole number set. Though natural number set is there in the whole number. Natural number set is there in the whole number. So natural number set is the subset of W. Okay. So next we shall move on to the integers. We know that whole number 0, 1, 2, 3. So now add negative integers. If we add negative integers to the whole number set, then whole number set begins I. Whole number set becomes I. So I means integers. It includes negative integers, positive integers and 0. What about 0? 0 is whether negative integer or positive integer. Remember, 0 is non-negative integer, non-positive integer. 0 has no sign. 0 has no sign. Okay. So therefore 0 is not positive integer or negative integer. So what about addition? Sum of two integers is also integer. For all a, b belongs to I, a plus b belongs to I. You can consider any two number I belongs to I. So then and you will get, because negative number is also there. If you consider an example minus 3 plus minus 3, minus 3 plus minus 2, minus 5 is also there. So therefore sum of two integers is also a integer. For all a, b belongs to I, a plus b belongs to I. Similarly the product is also, product of two integers is also a integer. So for all a, b belongs to I, a into b belongs to I. Here one more thing, negation, subtraction. What about difference? Consider 4 minus 5. 4 minus 5 minus 1. Minus 1 belongs to there, but this is not in natural number set, but this is not in whole number set, but this is in integers. 10 minus 25 minus 15. So minus negative integers also includes this integer set. Therefore difference of any two integer is also integer. For all a, b belongs to I, a minus b belongs to I. But what about the division? If you consider division, similarly 2 divided by 4, half is not in I. Half is not in I. Therefore we can't generalize. Quotient of any two integer is not a quotient always. Quotient of any two integer is not always a quotient. Okay. So now remember, all natural numbers are integer. All natural number are integer, but all integers are not a natural number. Like that, you are all belongs to the 9th standard. So therefore you are all belongs to the Hodekoppa High School. But all the Hodekoppa High School students are not belongs to the 9th standard. 9th standard students are belongs to the Hodekoppa High School, but all the students of Hodekoppa High School are not belongs to 9th standard. Okay. So now natural number set W I. So therefore n is subset of W, W is subset of I. So this is Venn diagram how we can represent. Okay, n gets 0, it becomes W. So positive integer 0, negative integers, it gives a integer set. How can you represent in number line? One more thing, the set of integer is also denoted by Z. It is originated from the German word Zehlin, so means count. Okay, so now number line, this is the number line how we can represent. It can be extended both the sides, that means negative integers, there are infinite numbers of negative integers, infinite numbers of positive integers. 0 separate the negative and positive integer. Remember, 0 is the number which separate the negative and positive integer. It is not negative or not positive. Okay. Now rational numbers. So consider integers number set. Consider any two integers 1 and 2. Is there any numbers in between these two? Is there any numbers in between these two? For this question, here you can see the figures. In figures there are parts. How can you represent this? This is half, this is quarter, this is 1/6, isn't it? You know the fractions. How can you represent the fraction? But is it there in this set? No. How there comes? How they comes? In which place they comes? For example, now is possible to represent by using these integers? It is not possible to represent these parts by using these numbers, isn't it? One more example I will give. Is it have any integer as a solution? 4x equal to 2. You know how to solve the linear equation. 4x equal to 2. So x equal to 2/4. Then you will get x equal to half. For this type of linear equation, you have no solution in this set. Therefore, these integers have no solution for this type of linear equation. Now, 2 divided by 4, 4 is half, half is not belongs to I. So therefore, these three questions gives we require another set of numbers. So therefore, there is here we have 3 by 2. 3 by 2 means 1.5. 1, 2, 7/2. 1, 11/12. So there are so many numbers. This type of numbers are in between 1 and 2. These are all called fractions. But there is no integers in between the two integers. These are all called rational number. Therefore, in between any two integer, there is no any other integer, but there are infinite number of rational numbers. Now, what are rational numbers? Rational numbers, set of rational numbers are denoted by Q. Here, the rational numbers comes from the word ratio, or it means Q, means quotient. So therefore, rational number can be represented as X. Q equal to X equal to P by Q. It contains all the type of X. X equal to P by Q. PQ belongs to I. Q is not equal to 0. Q is 0. Denominator becomes 0. Then it becomes indeterminate. So therefore, Q should not be 0. Therefore, all the type of numbers which can be expressed in the form of P by Q becomes rational numbers. So all the integers are also rational. This can be written by 3 can be written as 3/1. 2 can be written as 2/1. 2/1 is nothing but 2/1. So therefore, all integers can be expressed as, listen carefully, all integers can be expressed as P by Q form. Therefore, all the integers are also rational number. But all rational numbers, this type of rational number, not belongs to the integers. All integers are also rationals, but all rationals are not integers. So therefore rational number set contains positive integers, 0, negative integers and fractions. All these gives rational number set. So integers also a rationals. I have given answer already. Okay. So now how can you represent this on? So if you consider any two rational, then sum is also rational. If you consider difference, the difference is also rational. If you consider multiplication, then product is also rational. If you consider division, the quotient of any two rational is also rational. Here all the four fundamentals plus, negative, multiplication, division, these all four operations can be satisfied in these rational numbers groups. But not only these are fundamental operations. Now consider the operation taking roots. Taking roots is also another type of operations. Root 4 is 2, root 9 is 3, root 81 is 9. These are all rational. But if you consider non-perfect square, just like 2, 7, root 2 is what? Root 7 is what? Cube root 4 is what? Cube root 8 is 2. But this leads to another type of number called irrational numbers. We shall discuss that in the next class. So taking square root, another operation, this leads to the another set of numbers, irrational numbers. Okay. So rational natural number, W, so whole number, so this is integer, this is Q, rational number. So the N is subset of W, W is subset of I is subset of Q. How can I represent this on number line? So you can represent like this. These are representation of 1 by 3, 2 by 4, like that. So we can represent any rational on number line in between the two integers. There are, you know that there are so many infinite number of integers are, infinite numbers of rationals are there in between the any two integers. So for yourself, whether 0 is positive integer or negative integer, answer this question. Take this as activity. Difference of two natural number is always not natural. Justify your answer. Integers are also rational numbers. Justify your answer. The difference of two integers is also integer. Justify your answer. What are the main subset of rational numbers? I have given in the figure. So go through that and try to give the answer. Activity, draw the number lines for each set of system which represent them. That is N, W. I have shown already. N, W, I, Q. Represent these lines, number lines, as take this as an activity and write the neat and colorful Venn diagram of these number of sets last I have given. So okay, thank you. We will meet in the next class.